Hola.
Welcome to the pod.
Hi, friends.
Hello.
Comadres, brujas, mi gente latino.
Comadres, compadres.
¿Cómo están en este sábado tan glorioso?
We're officially at war with Iran, so that's fun.
If you hadn't heard it before, this just in, another world war.
Wait, there's somebody who's like hasn't been on social but listens to our pod and they're like, "What?
Wait, what?" But sees us like a week later. What? Yeah. Also, if you get your news from us, you probably shouldn't.
It's like a week or two behind, probably. But yeah, have you been?
Booked and busy. Just working, and that's it.
Yep.
What
Well,
about you?
you went on a little kind of girls trip this past weekend.
I did. But first, how are you?
I'm doing okay. We had to postpone filming a little bit because I had some tummy issues. I know I said it was like food poisoning, and I've had food poisoning several times, and it's had many different forms, but I think this one was more like a stomach bug.
Uh-huh.
So I think it was two things. I think it was a change in medication, which gives you like stomach cramps and makes your stomach hurt. And then also I made the mistake of not washing grapes before I ate them.
Okay.
And I think that made me sick. But I'm feeling much better.
Imagine if it was like the same thing that makes you sick, and you're like, I just had to have it again, and I knew the consequences.
I know. But have you had food poisoning before?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. This may be toxic, but sometimes afterwards you're like, I'm so skinny.
One time, like when Alma and I used to live together, like I got the flu or had the flu, and I was just like, I couldn't eat. Like I was nauseous. I think I threw up like once, and she was like, okay, but you're gonna be so skinny after this.
You're like, do I look skinny now? You're like,
I'm one stomach bug away from my dream weight.
yeah. But how was your trip?
Yeah, so I had Galentines with the gals down in San Antonio. So it was a weekend trip. So I left on Saturday to go hang out with my cousins, and like first Saturday was like hanging out with my cousins, but then Sunday was Galentine's Day. And on Saturday though, we went to this like mariscos restaurant, and there was like I don't know, is it banda? What was like a band? It was like a Mexican band, but it's like a local band. And I think they're called La Cima. And my cousin like really likes them. Apparently she's seen them a couple times.
Oh, really?
So we're sitting kind of like front and center. Like we get there and it's packed. Like it's not a big place. But I guess people are like having dinner / like people are waiting for the show to start, because they went on at 10, I think. And my cousin tells one of the musicians that she's like, oh, I'm here to see you guys. We're like, oh my God, the tables are full. And he's like, let me see what I can do.
Ooh.
Bumps us up. So like a little core center table in front of the stage. So it was cute. Like they did a lot of like covers. So they did like Intocable, Pesado, like that type of music. And then they have some of their own songs. Well, we were cracking up because it was like my two cousins and my cousin's daughter. And one of my, like we were like kind of joking around because my cousin, who was like wanted to come see the show, she knew all of their songs, and like the guy, the singer called her out. He was like, aquí tenemos like Paulina, her name is Paulina. She's like, aquí tenemos Paulina, what is it, nuestra fan número uno, sabe las canciones, ahí la veo cantando. And we were like, oh my God. And she's like, woo! Yeah, she's having so much fun. And then it was fun. My uncle and my cousin Homero, actually they're both named Homero, but like father son, they were with us. So it was like a group of 6 of us, I think. But because it was so packed, they were sitting at the bar, but they were having like a grand old time, just like having drinks over there. But my uncle is so funny. Like I walk in and I greet him, and he's talking to this man, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, so he's part of the group too. So like I'm like, oh hi, I'm Linda, thinking that he's part of the core group. Turns out it was just a random man that my uncle had just befriended in the last 5 minutes, and here I am. I was like, like mucho gusto. And I was like, what the fuck? Why am I greeting this?
Like he's family?
Yeah, I was like, why am I greeting this man? And then he just kind of made friends there. So he stayed up at the bar and we were like at the table just having like dinner. I had like a cocktail de camarón, which is like really good, and just like enjoyed music like for the evening. But I was there in San Antonio for Galentine's, and that was on Sunday, and it was in my friend Delia's house. It was so much fun. She's like really like creative. Like I think like can put like pen to paper and then visualize it on like what she wants to do. So it was very cute, decorated. Like she made a lot of snacks too, like herself. So it was like a lot of cupcakes, brownies, like pretzels, like with icing and all that stuff. So it was very cute. Alma made birria.
Ooh.
Which is really good too.
Oh God, that would hurt my
so there was like
stomach.
a whole like the island, the kitchen island was like a fucking, what is it, like smorgasbord of like a big ass basically charcuterie board, just like a bunch of snacks, and then like there was food. And also part of this Galentine's Day was that she had a I'm going to say a nurse. I don't really get his full name or his like actual title, but I think it was a nurse. And it was this like beautiful like black man, like and he did Botox. But he does it on himself too, so people were like, you can like he shows his own work. He's like, he looks good. So he was doing like Botox in the living room, which some of my friends got it on the foreheads. They kept saying 11s. I don't know what that means.
I think that's here now.
Oh, like when you frown.
Yeah, I think that's 11.
So like they got them here too, and then Delia got lip filler, which were like, as we saw, like, because this was like around what, 2 in the afternoon, 2, 3 in the afternoon. So like as like the evening progressed, I was like, oh shit, yeah.
People
like,
were transforming before your very eyes. It was like a time lapse.
Yeah, of like everybody getting snatched all of a sudden. But he was doing like Botox and lip fillers. I was not brave enough, you guys. One, because I don't think I need Botox.
You're like, I'm gorgeous.
Are you kidding me? I'm so young. No.
You do have very full lips.
But I was like that. But I was like, no, like I was kind of scared of it. I was like, no say. Yeah. But they also had a tattoo artist. And this is like somebody who is, I believe, I'm not sure if they're actually from Laredo, but I know that they lived in Laredo, and like they worked at a tattoo shop over there, because he's done a couple of things for my friend Alma. But anyways, they're like friends that, you know, he was up in the loft area doing tattoos. So I'm going to do a tattoo reveal right here. Can you see? My tattoo is of my Schnauzer Lola. It was like, Ricardo made it like just using, like getting a photo of her. And then I asked like that the name be like Lola. Yeah. Although it kind of looks like she's wearing little glasses. That's cute. It's just like Lola. And then also he like retraced my little chair, my Bad Bunny chair that I have here. I forgot to say that when we're talking about like souvenirs from Puerto Rico, this is my souvenir from Puerto Rico. His name is Caleb, and his Instagram is deadghost210, but ghost, I guess I'll spell it, is DEAD, dead ghost GHXST 210. That's a tattoo artist. You can find him on Instagram. He was really nice. He was really cool. Like, he was really fast too. Yeah. It was either like he had flash sheets so you could pick a design, or he was like, you can bring your own design. He had his like little setup there where he would print it, and like he did like 3 different sizes for me, and he's like, which one do you like? And I was like, well, I like this one. And then he just like started, and I was not looking at him. By the time I looked, like, ya había acabado. Like, it was so quick. And then, you know, gives you like your aftercare instructions and stuff. But I had said, I was like, oh, like jokingly, I was like, oh, my husband wanted to come because I said there's going to be a tattoo guy. And he was like, I want to go. And I said, no, it's Galentine's. Yeah. But he was like, you know, I can do like, I do stuff like this. Like if you have a tattoo, if you want to party, if you want to like have people that would want to get tattoos, like I can do stuff. So that sounds fun. Yeah. So I'm kind of ideating on like having a tattoo party.
That'd be fun. That's funny because Luke recently was like, should we get each other's names tattooed? And like initially I said no, just because I don't have any tattoos, and I'm like, how old am I now? 34. I'm 34 now. I've never had any tattoos. I'm like, maybe I should just like keep it that way.
I mean,
I don't
yeah, but I totally get the appeal of how tattoos are like addicting. You know what I mean?
Right.
It didn't hurt like at all.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know, like that definitely varies by person, but and also maybe like body part. But my friends did say like it might hurt more if it's in here, but it really didn't. And
Do you have a high pain tolerance
well,
generally?
I don't know. Because what would be the most pain that I could experience?
Well, have you ever broken a bone
No.
or like cut yourself really badly?
I don't think so, no. Well, years ago, you guys, I fell on my chin. So I have a scar here. And then years later, I fell on it again.
Did it hurt?
I remember like crying, like scream crying in blood. Like
Well, maybe it didn't hurt. It was just more shock.
maybe, yeah.
Because that's happened to me before too. I've injured myself, and I think the shock was more intense, like where you start shaking because you're just panicking. You know what I mean? It's not as painful. You're just kind of like, okay, what do I do next?
Yeah. But I was a kid, so I don't know that I remember even like the amount of pain. But no, I've never broken a bone or anything. But when when I got the chair tattoo in Puerto Rico, it was my first one, and I had told the guy like, tengo miedo, me va a doler y voy a llorar, and the guy was like, la vida duele más.
Ooh,
And I was like,
I love that.
you're right.
You're right.
You're right.
Let me quit being a pussy.
Give it to me. So
Yeah.
then my husband and I have like the matching chairs here, but the Lola one, yeah, I got it at the Galentines, and it was a lot of fun. You know, just like chit-chatting, catching up, just talking about like people that like pop back up in your life, and we're like, in 2026, like
Yeah.
stay in high school, like don't DM me.
Right.
So overall, it was fun. We rarely get to. I have this core group of friends. It's like 5 of us. One of them didn't get to go, but it was like 4 of us. So we're like rarely together like that. I would say. The last time was my Thanksgiving. No, when did I say I went? Thanksgiving. With my friends, we went out and we were out together.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
But yeah, like it was just like a fun time. And honestly, I love the idea of a Galentine's, but I don't think I have enough gals like that.
Me neither. All my friends don't live here.
And I think it's also because like I work from home. So
Yeah.
like I don't even like develop those types of friendships anymore.
Should we? I know you've sent me a couple things that are like networking things. Should we go? Should we make friends?
Okay. I went to a networking thing this week.
You did?
Yeah. So and it was actually on Thursday. So I had said I was going to go. I think I had sent you the link where I was like, oh, Elisa invited me to this networking thing. It was like called Wine Something. And it was in the
Sorry. 1 second. I thought I had tried this.
who is it?
It's spam.
It's Collections.
Yeah.
And it was on like by St. Elmo. Like so not where Spokesman is, but like across, like it's like warehouses, right? And it's a winery. So I was like, hey, like I can't go after all. So then I met her down there. It was like from 6 to 8. Mind you, I didn't really look into this event. I just went because she was like, hey, I want to go to this. Do you want to come? And I was like, okay, I'll go. And like, she's like, I don't know anybody there. Okay, I'll go. And I get there and I'm one of the first ones there. So first, I feel like I always get anxious when I'm going to a new place that I've never been before because I'm like, which building is it? And all these fucking warehouses. And I'm just like, where's the sign? And
Can I comment on something first?
What?
You were there early. That's
I would say
that's a milestone.
Exactly. Yeah. Because
That's how nervous you were. You're like, I need to be there early.
Yeah. Well, I guess even then it was like 6:05, whatever, that I got there. But I also didn't anticipate the drive being so short. It was like less than 15 minutes to get there. And I was surprised because it was like 5:40 p.m. when I left.
Yeah.
And anyways, I get there and then there's like 3 people and I'm like, okay, all right. Fuck. And there's like a little table, like the sign up, like, hey, like, welcome to the event. Like, they're like, oh, we're like the winery, but we're hosting this networking group. Like, sign in. Like, you could sign in. And then they poured me my first, like, glass of wine. They're like, there's a charcuterie board right here. You know, just like we have the whole place. It was like closed for a private event. So I'm like, okay. So I go and I'm like, fuck, like, what do I do? And it is like mostly white people. And I do meet one of the organizers, and she's really nice. And then turns out this is like marketing related. Like it is networking, but it is, I think the purpose was just like, she's like, well, I'm not going to hear this. I'm not going to sell you anything. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I wasn't sure what this was. And she's like, no, like it's more of like networking, just having people come together. And I was like, I guess this makes sense. I do work from home most of the time. So this could be like considered like a work happy hour type thing.
Yeah.
But immediately I'm like, oh, I'm in marketing. And then, oh, so-and-so is in marketing. And then like, hey, like.
Oh, wow.
And
That's nice to have somebody who can introduce you.
And then we were basically like, we're in the same, not exactly in the same channel, but we're in the same like industry, work with the same, types of like clients and stuff. So we were talking a lot about that. And then of course, a big conversation was AI. Because there was this man who had like a broken arm, and he was like, I want a robot arm. It just kind of went from there of like AI and like how scary it is. And then being in marketing, like they were asking me questions like, what do I think was my perspective? Or like, oh, I don't really know this. Can like explain this. So I did to like the best of my knowledge. So then Elisa gets there, and I was like, oh shit, like I've been talking marketing this whole time. So then like after a while we sort of split, and we're just like eating from the charcuterie board. So I had like 3 glasses of wine. It was open bar, so I had like 3 glasses of wine. It was a really cute place, but I think I'm not a wine. What do you call them? Sommelier? Yeah. So then like I don't know. Like
yeah.
So this was like bougie.
Well, sommeliers are the one who study. You mean connoisseur?
Yeah, I guess a wine connoisseur. Like I don't know my wines. I was like, dude, I drink a Stella at home. And Elisa was like, I'm just here for like the wine. And I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, well, me too. But like, it's a marketing thing. And I guess I fit in here. So.
I thought she didn't drink. Did I make that up?
I'm not.
I feel like whenever we go out, she doesn't drink.
Typically, I guess she doesn't. But this was
I guess we're already blasted by the time we meet up with her. So we're like, why aren't you drunk?
And then she was like, I want to check out this thing. She's a member of Soho House.
Okay, so I've heard of that, and my hairdresser said that it sucks. That membership, because it's very expensive. Like you're just paying for
like
entrance,
$3,000,
and then you still have to pay for drinks.
Yeah,
and
and
apparently the
drinks,
bartenders are really slow, and like the service isn't that great.
Okay, this is maybe me projecting, or maybe not, but I feel like they can tell who's a member and who's not, and no te hacen caso. When I was looking it up, I was like, shit, it's like a little over $900 a quarter, which comes out to be like over $3,000 a year.
You could use that to like go like get a membership to like a nicer gym that has a pool or something.
And so like there's also like you pay for that one house, which would be like the Austin Soho House, or you can have like the Global or whatever and have access to all of them. You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of that bitch, Anna Delvey. The one that like scammed. Because isn't that what she wasn't that the whole root of her scam, is that she was trying to create something like Soho House, like a house for creatives, and like a very exclusive place?
I'm not sure, but I know she was like pretending to be like very rich, right?
Yeah, because she was getting investors, and it was for that. It was going to be like a building in like Park something. I don't know.
You know, it really pissed me off after that happened. She got released from prison, right? Like she didn't get that much time, and people were like, she ate, and like she was like on Z-Way, and like people were interviewing her. I'm like, why are we like glamorizing a criminal?
Like not like her had a show, but there was a show about her.
I feel very conflicted about Gypsy Rose too. I'm like, why are we doing this?
The Gypstein Files.
I think it just kind of speaks to also the fact that we have like a president who's a criminal. You know what I mean? Like this obsession with, or like the Jeffrey Dahmer documentaries. I feel like we forget about people who maybe have had family members who've been killed. And like, you know, we kind of like glamorize or whatever, like, oh, he was hot. You know, I would have let him do this to me. And I'm like,
there was this girl in high school, not somebody that I knew like directly, but I knew who she was and of her because of my friend in high school, who apparently thought Ted Bundy was cute. And I was like, okay, I do know that Ted Bundy, because of the way he looked, was easy for him to lure women because I guess technically he didn't look dangerous. And whatever that, and that just means that like he was just a white man.
Yeah.
So I guess
Who's polite.
who's polite. Nice. And also, I mean, I guess he did have tactics where it was like he would pretend his arm was broken and be like, help me put this in my car, and then like throw you in there. But there was this girl who thought Ted Bundy was hot.
Which I think is so
and
crazy
it was like her whole
because
identity, apparently.
he really wasn't. He like really is not. Let's put a photo up here. Let the audience decide.
Unibrow.
Yeah.
That's
Girl.
what I'm saying. But yeah, like I think that's one of the things, because like, you know, in this like realm of like true crime that is something that I don't push on people.
Because you never know.
I do watch documentaries and stuff like that, but like I am very careful who I talk to about that, because I know that it is a very triggering subject. And there are some things where I've seen that I'm like, this was too far. Like I don't know if you've heard of like the 77 minutes one. It's basically like a shooting, like a massacre, and it's at a McDonald's in San Diego. But I did see that documentary, and that's the worst thing I've ever seen. Like
it was really graphic.
It was really graphic. So I was like, okay. I was like, no, like that. Even after watching that, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like to myself, like stop watching this.
Well, what's fucked up too is I feel like they don't consult the families of the victims. They just kind of do it. And I guess in some way, right? Like if you make something like this, maybe later on evidence will surface, or like if it's unsolved, like.
Did you hear about, I don't know if we talked about this, but there's there was like a class of like a school in Texas who solved the cold case. It was like a high school class, I think. I'm not exactly sure.
Was it high school or college? Because I think I remember seeing a clip where like they tell the class and it's a lot of women. They start crying because they're like, oh my God, I can't believe we did it.
Well, actually, I don't know what grade it was, but I had seen something about like a class solving a crime because they were just like looking at it.
Yeah, that's crazy. So if we can go back really quick to injectables. Yes. So on Tuesday, I'm actually going to go and get injectables done. I don't know what I'm going to get because I've gotten my lips done before. I know it doesn't look like it because you have to go very slowly. So it's been like more than 6 months. So I had like, I don't know what the quantity is, but I had 1 syringe in my lips. Typically you need like 2 or 3 depending on how big you want them. So, or I'm going to maybe do it along my jawline. So I think when we record, I might be bruised. So I can go ahead and talk about that experience, but we'll see. Cause I feel like when you go and get stuff done, like you have your own biases, you're like, well, I think this is what's wrong with me. Or like you hyper focus on one thing. So I'm kind of like, and I trust this person who has done my lips before, cause she's very like cautious, because I remember last time I went, I was like, well, I want more. She's like, well, let's just wait a little bit. Because I feel like if somebody wanted to like cash in on me, they would have been like, yeah, let's do it right now. So I kind of want to go and be more objective about, I want her to be like, okay, this is what I think that you need.
So that's a comment that they made about the nurse that went to my friend's house for Galentine's, is that they were like, oh, this guy's not going to like gouge you for anything. If you sit in front of him and tell him what you want, like he will tell you whether that's a good idea or not.
Yeah.
And it was like, you don't need this, or you don't need this right now, or like you're fine. And like, I guess ultimately that's like the kind of ethical provider that you want. That's not just going to be like, okay, tell me what you want, I'm going to do whatever just because they're going to make money off of you. But I mean, I think it's good to have that. I think even like in a hairdresser, it's good to have that when they're like, are you sure you want this haircut?
Yeah. So like when I go, they call it like facial rebalancing, because like everybody has different quirks or whatever, and we're all like uneven. I think it's very rare that somebody's like perfectly symmetrical. So like I think having someone else tell you, okay, well, like this is perfectly fine. Maybe you think your lips are too small, but they're like you, like if you were like, I want my lips done, they'd probably tell you, I think you're fine. You know what I mean? But I feel like a fucked up doctor would be like, yeah, let's pump them up. And then you'd end up looking crazy. So it's just more about like seeing, okay, well, this is already more quote unquote aesthetically pleasing. Maybe we should do this instead. So I'm kind of going to go at it a little bit more open, because we all have our own biases about like what we think is wrong with us. Whereas somebody else is like, that you're actually fine with that.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Interesting.
So I might be bruised. I should just come in like real dramatic, like bandaged up with sunglasses. Like, you guys.
New face reveal. Ooh, next episode, you guys. New face reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't say. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm against injectables because I don't know that much about them, and I don't think there's like a firm stance that I have right now. I don't know that I need them, and I don't know. Maybe in the future, like cuando ya estemos señoras acá, like
Just
what is it in Palm Springs?
Yeah.
All the injectables, big sun hat.
Just get the like Mexican actress Señora treatment.
Yes,
You're real
yes,
stretched.
yeah.
Like,
So it was a lot like it was also just like really interesting to just see like everybody get their like get their shots and stuff. But I was like, cool.
yeah.
And apparently it's not expensive. I think it ended up being like $100, but it was several things that they did.
Oh, okay. Well, that's definitely cheaper than what I've paid for. So if you get a syringe, which, yeah, one syringe did my lips, and it's like $750. So I don't know how much of.
Well,
And also
okay,
I think
I guess
Botox is cheaper than filler. So I don't know if there was a difference in price on that.
oh, yeah. Well, okay. So like also the deal was that the person who hosts the party for that specific service has a $300 credit. So my friend Delia didn't pay for what she got done. And then I think her Alma, she got some free stuff too because he was like, oh, your sister has credits. So if you want to use it up, like, yeah. But everybody else was like paying what by what they were getting.
I would have loved if like the nurse or esthetician or whatever they called them was like, yep, I'm 55 years old. Just to like re-roll like Mamona about
really
it.
good too.
I'm
like
87 years old.
And they were like, see, like, cause he's good at what he does. Like he knows exactly what he needs and what he does to like sculpt the face and stuff. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, that shit's scary though, because you know the supermodel Linda Evangelista?
Yes.
Okay, you know how like she had that whole cool sculpting debacle?
Like, hardly look like themselves anymore, right?
Well, which we used to have a client at a agency who would do, that we worked at, that would do cool sculpting. So it's basically they get like whatever chunk of fat that you want to get rid of and they freeze it, and something about that like basically like kills the fat cells. But if you do it for too long, it can cause these hard lumps. And so that's what she got. I think she had it, I don't know where it was, like somewhere up here and down here. She ended up suing the company because she was like, I can't work anymore. I can't be a model. She's like, you think Versace's going to want to put clothes on this body now? But the gag is, I think she won. And then later on, I think like a few years later, she was on the cover of Vogue. I'm like, bitch.
The gag.
But to be fair, she was like wrapped up or whatever. Like she can't show skin like that anymore. But it is so interesting when you have these people who are just like, we're the most beautiful people. And then like these kind of like ironic tragedies happen relating to their beauty. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Putting so much into their, like, I feel like, remember when this like picture of Madonna was floating around and she just looked
or Demi Moore too.
Like, what the fuck? I mean, I think now, like, it's crazy how, like, I guess maybe some of these things are reversible, but also, like, the amount of money that you have, like, you can go to, like, somebody and... So I think today Madonna looks better, but I think there was this, like, one picture where, like, the cheeks are, like, just, like,
She looked like Trixie Mattel.
It was crazy.
Well, I think the problem is that a lot of these people, when they get the facelifts, they go out in public too soon. Like, you have to heal probably for, like, a year. You probably look crazy for a year.
You know,
and if I had the money, I would be like hiding myself somewhere. Like, why would I 6 months after a facelift go do something? Like Kris Jenner's looked really good, and the rumor is that it was like $50,000 facelift.
But have you seen
Maybe
that
more.
her hands están todas arrugadillas?
Because you can't change that.
And like Dolly Parton wears gloves too because of that. Yeah, that's... What was I going to say? Oh, the latest conspiracy theory, you guys. Tinfoil hat. Everybody, let's put on our tinfoil hats. Is that Jim Carrey has been replaced. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah. It did look
see-
like he had like a fake nose or something.
It was
I saw
like-
videos. It was weird.
The cheek area looked like blurred, like when you blur it in like in an Instagram photo or whatever, when you yesify yourself in person. And you know, the online sleuthers, my what is it? The Reddit Bureau of Investigation is... They had they had pictures of, this must have been an award show in Paris, I think. And it's like, here's what his eyes look like last night or whatever, whenever the event was, and here was what his eyes looked like months ago. The eye color's different, like the shape is different. They're like, he must have, and I don't know if this is real, but apparently in a previous interview, he said that he was retiring, and if you ever saw him again, that wasn't going to be him. That he was like in such a if like I'm done, and if you see me out there, it's not gonna be me. Like it's kind of like woo woo type shit.
Yeah.
And so now with this recent sighting appearance of Jim Carrey, people are like,
Sighting.
they're like, it's not him. He's been swapped. And then my cousin was also telling me that she's like, she just got on TikTok, so she's like, dude, the conspiracy theories that Selena Gomez has also been replaced. And by Gina Davis.
Gina Davis.
And her, like, Selena Gomez and Gina Davis look the same. And I was like, oh, I guess.
Well, I love the comments that are like, I'm employed. Can somebody explain this to me?
yes. Sometimes.
Some people are just chronically on the internet.
Sometimes I'll watch a TikTok video, but I'll be like, the comments are going to be so much better.
Oh yeah, the images they put on. Sometimes people will put on like Bradley McGruber, and people are like, I have a job. I have a day job. Who is this person?
Can somebody explain this to me? I have a job. Yeah.
Well, speaking of kind of like Hollywood and beauty, Luke and I saw oh my God, the Demi Moore movie.
Substance.
Substance.
I still haven't seen it.
So Luke and I saw The Substance. It's on HBO.
Okay.
If you have it, it's very good. I also didn't realize that it was like super gory and disgusting.
What do you call that? Body horror? It's body horror.
It's so gross. It's so gross.
I think
There's worse, but it's just, I was not expecting that.
I have definitely, I would say I've been 80% successful in avoiding a lot of like spoilers of that movie, but I have seen like that one clip of like a glob of thing or like that one still image. So I'm like, no context to what it is. I have a vague idea of the plot, but like I still do want to watch it.
It's very good. Demi Moore did a really good job. And I mean, she still looks good for her age. You know, clearly she's had work done, but I mean, it looks good on her. So that's what I was going to say. I know like whenever these celebrities get work done, we like criticize them, but also like there must be a lot of pressure because in one video, it's like, you look old. And then you get work done and they're like, you look crazy. So it's
Hollywood,
like,
baby.
you're never going to satisfy everybody.
It could literally be anything. Remember that Poot Lovato? Like, it's just a bad angle. It's just a bad angle of her, and everybody made up
the Tumblr days of Poot. Yeah.
Made up a persona that Demi Lovato had a twin named Poot Lovato chained in the basement. And I think she was Poot for this past Halloween.
Oh
like, she
God.
brought it back, and I was like, okay, that's a queen owning the shit. But
for sure,
I think like any type of criticism. I bullied myself on the last video that we posted because I could see my contour not blended, and I was first of all,
wait, did you comment?
Yeah, I was like, okay, note to self, blend the contour and stop slouching. You guys, I'm sitting like this, like I'm just like,
you're just so comfy and comfortable.
I'm clearly like, you can tell that I have a desk job because of the way that I'm just sitting. Like, I'm just like a little gremlin on there sending emails. But it's like, I feel like I have a horrible posture because I've just been sitting at a desk. So I've been considering, I had a formal, like, I guess regular size standing desk, which is now in Mark's apartment, because I was like, you could, I don't know if he borrowed or if I gave it to him, but I was like, here.
You're like, go with God.
I was like, do with this what you will. I don't need it in my house because I got a new like L-shaped desk. But now I'm like, I need something like more, what do you call it? Compact. That just like I could just like stow away and then bring it out. It's like a standing desk.
You like press button
with wheels, so I can just walk around the house and be like,
you know what fixes it, and I think that it would be good for you too because it'll get you out in the sun, is going for walks. That does help your posture. You're like, no one asked you. Shut up.
I'm sorry. When I want your opinion, no, I even bought, mind you, it's still in the package in the drawer somewhere. I bought one of those, like, it's supposed to be like a little strap thing that's gonna help me like sit up straight. I haven't busted it open, dude. It's still there. And I'm like, I need to do it. But I'm so easily influenced and I just buy things off of TikTok and I need to stop.
Yeah, for sure. Would you, if you don't mind us talking about plastic surgery, is there anything you would get done?
I would get a boob job.
How big? Like Sydney Sweeney big?
No, I think I would do just
you're too tiny.
Something that like, I guess still looks like
natural,
but I like the idea of a boob job.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, it doesn't sound like they're that expensive. And nos vamos a Monterrey for a weekend.
Maybe.
Let's come back with BPLs.
I think it's probably one of the cheaper procedures because it's been done so many times.
Yeah, I think that's what tale is all this time. A boob job. And I don't know. Who knows, you guys? Science is crazy these days. Who knows what maybe the scars are like.
Well, speaking of Sydney Sweeney, I don't know if you heard, but she came out with a lingerie line.
Is it pronounced siren? It's SYRN.
Trixie and Katya on their podcast were talking about it, and they kept going, Siren?
I'm pretty sure it's
like
meant
it's a marketing company, Siren?
Dude, it sounds like a medical company. But I saw it, and I remember I was like, oh, is this trying to say siren? Which just tells me everything you need to know that
just spell it normal.
This line was made. I think I saw a comment that was like, Sydney Sweeney's lingerie line is designed for men who cheat on their wives. And it's the lingerie you would get to your sancha.
Well, one of the funny ones that I saw right here on The Onion is new Sydney Sweeney lingerie line will accommodate sizes humungo through awooga.
Awooga.
Humungo through awooga. Oh my God.
I'm telling you. Okay, because we also were talking about Sydney Sweeney, I think at New Year's, and where I was like, she's just hot because of her boobs. Like she has fetal alcohol syndrome. Don't come for me, Sydney. I know you're gonna be like, who's this little brown bitch?
Her and Blake Lively are gonna do a class action lawsuit against us.
They're gonna team, and I'm gonna call that racism. Who was saying that her face is not symmetrical? Or we were talking about, and this isn't me saying, this is not an original idea.
It was the Black Pillars saying
I
it.
have seen videos of people saying that she's only hot because of her awoogas. What's the
Bazungas.
craziest thing you can call boobs? Like, what's the craziest word?
Milkers?
Milkers?
Mommy milk.
Mommy milkers?
If you ask Luke, my partner, he'll come up with something crazy. I'm sure he will.
I was gonna say Bazinga, but isn't that the guy from the fucking
Humungo to awooga. That is so
Imagine
funny.
like you go to the store looking for your bra size. I'm an awooga.
I'm a boing boing.
I'm a boing boing.
What about, okay, what would the, like a flatter chest name be?
A chesticle.
Well, have you seen that video of that? It's this like really muscular guy with a big chest and he's trying to press his arms together. And then this girl with a flatter chest does it. And she like immediately knocks her elbows and she's like, ow. Oh my God, so funny.
What is the itty bitty titty committee?
Yeah. Well, another thing too, because I was watching Trixie and Katya's podcast and they were making fun of the way she talks. And they were like, she kind of talks like this.
Dude, like
And I was like, she kind of sounds like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. It's just very that. It's just very like, I don't know. Like,
dude, again, like when, like, just say you're MAGA, bitch. At this point, just say it. Like, it's so easy for you to be like,
well, because she still wants to cash in. And then also I'm like, you know what? If you really want to cash in, there's a bunch of like real like pick me MAGA women who will buy your lingerie for sure. For their like secretly gay husbands.
And mind you, you guys, I don't even know what the lingerie looks like. I've
neither.
yet to see like an
'cause
actual piece. Is this like her own? Does she have her own website or is she doing it through something else?
I don't know. I just know they carry sizes awooga to bazinga or whatever. Humungo to awooga. So funny. I kept laughing about that for like a few days.
You know, sometimes you really need to crack up.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fucking funny. It's just her boobs, you guys. She just has big boobs.
And she's white. I mean,
is she a good actress?
She's not. I mean, we're not going to be delusional here and say she looks ugly because she's a pretty girl, but
she's a white woman.
But if it was between her and like a Megan Fox, I think Megan Fox is way hotter.
Okay,
Megan
Sydney
Fox
Sweeney
is sexy.
or Megan Fox?
None of them, but she's MAGA too.
Megan Fox?
No, Sydney Sweeney.
Oh yeah.
So,
but
that's what I was saying. Like,
don't forget to mention how she doesn't get political or any of that.
Oh, there was that interview because you know the whole jean ad, right? She's like, my jeans are blue. Like, okay, and everybody was like, okay, this is fucking eugenics, and it's in the fucking climate that we're in right now. Like, why would you fucking do that? It was like, honestly, I think the day that came out, Kendall Jenner was like, whew, because remember that Pepsi commercial she did?
She stopped racism.
Yeah, and so the backlash that came from that, and I think she's had like at least 2 interviews since then where like they've tried to give her the out of like, hey, you were criticized. What do you have to say? And she fucking doubles down of like, it was just jeans. I love jeans. Or like, I think the last quote that she said, she's like, I'm in the arts. I'm not political. I'm in the arts. And then people were like, art is inherently political.
Yeah.
So like, what the fuck are you talking about? And that's what I'm saying. Like, she's like, people are just going to assign their ideas to me. So there's nothing I can do about it. Yes, girl, you can literally just hop on, do a little iOS press release, do a screenshot of your notes app and say, I don't support Donald Trump. I don't support the MAGA movement, whatever. Like, I am not a Republican. It is that easy. It really is. And for her to be like, I'm not political, I'm in the arts. And like, it doesn't matter what I say because people are going to say whatever they want. No, it matters what you say. And when you can tell who's being quiet about it, you're like, okay, that's way more telling than you being like, oh, I don't want to be political, or I'm not trying to get political.
Well, okay, I don't want to get too much into the substance because I know you haven't seen it. Ricky, have you seen it?
No.
Okay, so I'm not going to spoil anything, but I mean, you know the premise that basically
it's young versus old.
Right. So the younger version of her, she goes on talk shows, and the whole time I was like, it's not believable to me that this person or entity would become famous, because when they show her in talk shows, like the way she's like answering the questions, it's very like Sydney Sweeney, very like almost old Hollywood, like saying everything without saying nothing.
Yeah. It's just words. And I do think that like
people want, ironically, substance.
People want to coast on that type of like, I'm not gonna address anything, and I'm not gonna really align myself with my belief. Like Taylor Swift did the same thing.
Yeah, for sure.
There was a time where like somebody told Selena Gomez to like tweet about Black Lives Matter, and she's like, what? Like if I hashtag something, I'm gonna save lives. And it's like, yes, bitch, that's exactly how that works. Because Ariana Grande one time shared a link to some sort of like, I think this was like, I don't know if it's like political related or if it was related to like the bombing that happened one of her concerts. Like she shared like a link or like a registered to vote or something like that. Chingos of people registered to vote following that. Like for them to think that they don't have the influence over their fans like this is fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And for someone like Sydney Sweeney to just be like, you guys, and then there was when it was her mom's birthday and it was MAGA themed, and she's like, guys, it's my mom's birthday. People were like, okay, why is it MAGA themed?
Yeah. Crazy.
And have you seen anything with her in it?
No.
I've seen Euphoria. Not impressed.
What was that movie she did with, what's the name of that actor that your doctor wanted to look like on? They called him the Capybara.
Glenn Powell?
Glenn Powell. I know there's that movie, right?
Anyone But You. I did see it.
Was it good?
You also saw Voyeur.
Oh, we saw Voyeur. Yeah, I guess I have seen a couple movies with her.
Is she a good actress?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
She's just like the hot girl who's like
me with my Academy Award in the shelf behind. No, yeah. She's not a good actress.
She's like all right.
I just like
she's not J-Lo.
She's no J-Lo.
No.
She's no J-Lo doing the Selena monologue to Chris Perez on the roof the evening he trashes the hotel. That's a scene.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, what about you?
Yeah. Oscar worthy.
Snubbed her whole life.
Yeah. I did want to talk about quickly how Alamo Drafthouse has a matinee or like a time period during the day where like parents are allowed to bring their babies. It's called the baby show.
Okay.
And
it's
so
any movie or it's kids movies?
It's any movie because
Okay.
I watched Don't Die, Have Fun, Good Luck, or what, I forget what order that movie is in, with the Sam Rockwell movie.
Good luck, have fun, don't die.
Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, which is a really good movie. It's like pretty adult. I mean, they're babies, so they're not going to be like.
So this is like infants.
This is infants. So I had been to one before. There was no babies. It was just me and like two other adults. The rest of the time it was empty. This one, I guess, because it's kind of a new release, like the movies were pretty packed for noon. I was like, what, y'all don't have jobs? As if I have a job. The guy to my left smelled like onions. The guy to my right was like breathing really heavily.
How close are you if no one's there?
No, this was packed when I went this last time. And then there was a white woman with her baby. That baby didn't cry at all. Then a guy came in by himself with a baby, which I was like, that's cool. Like usually you don't see that.
That's an active father right there.
Yeah, usually you don't see that. And I get the allure. Maybe you don't want to be at home, right? Like you're tired. You're like, I need to get out of the house.
Yeah.
I guess I don't see the allure because that poor guy, the baby cried probably like 5 times. And every time he had to get up and come back. He would have a backpack. Maybe he had to change the baby, whatever. I guess I don't see the allure. It didn't bother me. I know Luke was like, that's, really fucked up for the other moviegoers. I'm like, I get it. I get why they would need to do that. I guess it just, to me, it wouldn't seem worth the money to like do that. But then again, I'm not a parent. So maybe if anybody out there can kind of attest to like, you know what? Yeah. Like I may not have seen the whole movie, but it's better than being at home with the baby. It just, to me, it just felt like, it felt not comfortable. And then the movie is really loud because the whole allure is that like, they don't completely darken the theater. I don't know why.
What about sound?
The sound is a little quieter, but with this movie, there's a lot of like action scenes. There's screaming, yelling, like, a lot of sounds like that. So like I found it, it didn't make sense to me, but it's interesting that they provide that.
It's like going to a Cinemark.
Oh my God. Okay. He's a Cinemark hater.
Well, recently, okay, I don't know if you noticed, Ricky, but when you go to the movies now at Alamo, like people will talk. And before, I remember nobody would talk. Now there's like these white ladies talking.
That's what I've heard from Jackie. Because like Jackie and Ben, like, I don't know if they still do, but like I would say that they like love just go to the movie, to the draft house. But she had said that she had like, in the last times that she had gone, she had that experience where like it's not quiet.
Yeah.
Like there's people talking. Which I don't think that bothers me that much. I guess it also really depends on the movie or the scene. So I don't know that I'm like a hard, like there's a hard line between talk and not talk, but I know that that's like the draft house rules. I know that people are now kind of upset about that you mobile order.
Okay, I don't get that. I know I forget what actor said this, but he like made a comment about it. I'm like, literally, like people are dying. Like this is the least we have to worry about.
Okay, and
like,
and
who gives a shit?
I'm not upset by that because like the what is it? The opposite of that is me está gritando el vato. He's like, welcome to the draft house. Have you guys been here before? We'll just press a little button here. What can I get you? And like you're trying to order, or también like sometimes the trailer. I do want to watch the trailer, and I'm like, like, and he's just like, what do you guys want? So like.
It doesn't bother me because there is a point where they're like, okay, now mobile ordering is done. It's back to pen and paper. So like, I don't get what the fucking fuss is about. I'm like, there's bigger fish to fry. I'm like, why don't we get everybody to just shut the fuck up while we're in the theater first? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you can already hear like the guy asking the people 3 chairs next to like what they're going to want. So you're hearing them order their food. So I'm like, people are talking and like, it doesn't really bug me. Again, maybe there's gonna be like a movie that I'm like so into in that way that it's gonna annoy me. But I think so far it hasn't.
Oh, well, Luke and I recently went to watch this Japanese film about kabuki theater. And I'm really bad with this. I'm really bad with times. I can't remember what time I like book things for. So like I was like, we need to go, like today's the day we're gonna go to the movies. It was the next day. So
I've
to
done that
cancel
before.
those tickets, we had to get new tickets. The only ones that were available were sofas. That's like a new thing. They're at like the back and it's only like in a few theaters.
It's like a
Those
little love seat, right?
fucking things suck. They're
Do
uncomfortable.
they not recline?
They don't. And they're more expensive. And I can't use my like victory rewards or whatever on that. So like we had to pay full price. And they kind of frame it as if like, oh, it's roomier and it's like kind of more luxurious. It really isn't. I'd rather sit in a recliner.
So do you, if you want the whole couch to yourself, because it's like a 2-seater, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you pay for 2 tickets?
Yes.
So you can't like, if you wanted to like lay on the couch, watch TV, that'd be you needing to buy 2 tickets?
I think so, yes.
What a crock.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry, Ricky, what have you noticed more people talking whenever you've gone?
No.
No?
But the thing about the people are upset about the Alamo mobile ordering thing because they're trying to make it mobile ordering throughout the whole movie and take away people asking you for your order. So that's why people are upset because people think people are going to be on their phones throughout the whole movie. I haven't noticed anybody more talking.
I'd rather they have like tablets that are like in the seats. That to me would be better.
Oh, that you can't do anything else? Like it's just like you're going to order.
Yeah.
Not a huge distraction.
Because I mean, I guess I could see how especially the younger generation who are chronically on their phone, like once you're on your phone ordering, you just automatically open TikTok and then you're scrolling and you can't stop.
Yeah.
I don't know. These are all like first world problems, you know. It's just how we're arguing.
You guys,
you know?
such an annoying time at the theater.
Yeah. So anyway, that was my experience. I would love to hear about from like other parents if they see if it's beneficial to them to go to these things, even if they don't maybe get to stay for the whole movie.
I think so. See, I don't know. I guess I'm trying. Whatever opinion I have today may not be true by the time that I have a baby, but it's like I don't even know if a baby should be seen by anybody else for like the first year.
Okay, Luke and I talk about this a lot. Like I feel like things are too family friendly. Like Vegas should not be family friendly. I'm sorry, it just shouldn't. Like there's a time and place for children. Back in the day, like there was like most spaces were adult.
What about
spaces.
breweries? Because like
I do think that's a little trashy.
there's some breweries here que tienen los pinches jungle gyms for the kids, and like it's a lot of it is very like kid centered, but it's like okay then.
Are you driving home drunk with your kid?
Ooh.
Is there like a DD? Like how the fuck does that work?
Yeah, I don't know.
I do think that we've made things too family friendly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just like, what about
Or
like
dog friendly. Don't take your dog to HEB.
I don't care about that much as much. I just don't want to see children.
You're like
Keep your kids on leashes.
You you hiss at children, but not at dogs. Yeah, no. I mean, I guess I understand what Draft House is trying to do in like the baby day or whatever. It's like it's for those parents, but also you are paying $20 for your ticket. You are paying at least $20 more for your food. So then I guess financially that's where it doesn't. I agree. That's where it doesn't make sense. Like you're not going to be comfortable the whole time. You're going to be leaving the room because you have to, and that's fine. That's what the space is built for. But is it worth the money? Because it is pricey.
I mean, I do also wonder if it's just because Alamo Drafthouse is going through bankruptcy, I think. So maybe they're just kind of grasping at straws to try to like market different things, which would suck because I do love going to Alamo and I do hate to slum it at the Cinemark.
I'm not opposed to the Cinemark.
You're like mi gente latino.
Mi gente latino. I grew up going to the Cinemark.
Yeah, we all did. But
so like, I guess I'm not like, I know the guy was like, I'd rather pay the extra money to go to.
But so you don't notice a difference?
I guess not. I mean, the difference is I don't have a $40 meal.
Right. But I mean, even then, the concessions aren't very cheap.
Yeah, you're right. But What I wish the draft house would have was ices. I would get an icy at the draft house.
Well, maybe now that they're going through bankruptcy, Alamo, if you're hearing
Or a
this.
pickle. Come on, you guys.
Ooh, a pickle.
You guys used to put a slice of pickle on my burger. You don't even do that anymore. What's going on?
Luke thought it was weird that like in the valley we eat like pickles.
I ate like 2 pickles last night.
Like he'll like eat a pickle, but to like have like a giant like pickle and vinegar or whatever. Like,
has he had a chamoy pickle?
I don't think
Those
so.
shit will stain your hands for days.
He doesn't like chamoy.
We did Ricardo and I did the pickle trend like during the pandemic or whatever, where it was like, you get the chamoy pickle, you wrap it in a, ¿cómo se llama? A fruit roll up. You wrap it in a fruit roll up. But like you bite the tip, gently, you guys, just bite the tip. And then, you like kind of like dig a little hole in it. Y le pones taquis y hot Cheetos.
Wow.
We should do it for the pod. My
Was
mouth
it
is
good?
watering, you guys, when I think about like hot Cheetos and limones and stuff and pickles.
My mouth is watering now too. Like Wendy Williams, she's like, my mouth is watering.
Yeah. So then like you put like taquis and hot Cheetos in it. Y luego le echas gusanito.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a little chilito, like powder. And it's wrapped in fruit roll up. And it's a red chamoy pickle. So it's like stains, like the amount of red 40 that's in this is like peak deliciousness. And then we ate it.
Yeah.
We're just like,
How did you feel after?
it was okay, you guys. I was like, okay, maybe we shouldn't be doing everything.
You're like all the poison. You're like, it's getting
You're like,
to me.
okay, this definitely shaved off a couple years of my
Yeah.
life.
Oh my god.
But I love like a good snack like that.
I haven't had a bag of hot Cheetos with cheese in a very long time.
With cheese, no.
Like where you eat it with a fork.
But one of our
spork.
friends, Sal and Isa, at their wedding, they had a cart, and they got married in Laredo. They had a little cart that was doing like elote and like hot Cheetos with cheese, and like a Frito pie. And I was like,
so good.
that's good. Oh, a Frito pie sounds really good right now.
Yeah, that would be good.
So I do like those types of snacks. As you can see off to the side, obviously my viewers, you can't, but let me describe. In my kitchen right now, I've got 2 full bags of hot Cheetos and one the Rufles, the Flamin' Hots. And I say Rufles, not Ruffles, because I'm Mexican like that. That's gonna be girl dinner right there.
Oh, have you heard of boy chow?
No, is that like girl dinner?
Is it called boy kibble? Boy kibble.
What is?
So it's basically, you know how like right now there's just like renaissance with men about like gaining muscle, eating more protein. So it's basically like ground beef
Okay.
with either rice or potatoes. And it looks kind of like what you would feed like a dog if you're giving them like real food or whatever.
Boy kibble.
Boy kibble.
Like picadillo style? Just like
Yeah.
Okay.
Typically unseasoned because apparently seasonings make you fat, which they don't.
It's too much, you guys.
Yeah. So that's okay. I'm going to make a declaration right here and right now on the podcast to you. So I know I'm a flake. I know you've invited me to things and I'm like, I don't want to. I need to be more outgoing because I do feel like I'm missing out on opportunities to hang out with you. So invite me to things and I would do my best to say yes. And I think one of the reasons I don't say yes is because I know me, and if I have one drink, it'll turn into like 5.
Okay.
Or right now, I'm trying to lock in. I'm trying to like gain 5 pounds of muscle by the summer. So like, I'm being very like strict with my diet.
Uh-huh.
So I need to be able to like go out without doing those things.
Yeah.
And just have fun without eating,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
No, I get that.
So anyway, what I'm saying is invite me to things and I need to like be able to like go and have fun without needing a drink because
Okay.
that is kind of maybe a little toxic.
I will say that like one of my toxic traits, you guys, is that like I will make a plan and then when the day comes, I'm regretting it. I don't want to do it anymore. All the time. Yeah. I mean, we can try. Also, okay, I do think personally for myself, like I feel I get what you mean, and I think we should try to do things that aren't like bars.
Yeah, because then you end up spending a shit ton of money, and then afterwards you're just like, was it worth it? You're
Yeah.
hungover, you feel puffy or whatever, and it's just like, as millennials, we should be able to have fun without drinking.
I would say I would rather have like a little THC 5 milligram cocktail.
We used to have movie nights. We haven't done that in a long time. Where we
I
would
do
do
want to have a
theme.
movie night.
Where we would like pick a theme. I think we would pick a theme, and then you would pick a theme. We should do that again.
Yeah,
If you're down for that.
I'm down for movie night. I love a good movie night.
I think the last movie that we watched was what? Was it with Mark and Elisa? What did we watch?
The Craft.
It was a witch night.
Teen Witch.
Yeah.
Top that.
Yeah. That was the last time.
Iconic.
Yeah.
For us, for living in Austin, like I get it. Like people associate Austin with like a lot of outdoor, stuff. I don't really do that, but I should touch some grass every now and then.
Yeah, there's a lot. I sound like such a like hillbilly when I say this, but there's a lot of watering holes in Austin. Like there's like, is it Jacob's Well?
Is that the aquifer? Is that what aquifer means? Edwards Aquifer?
Springs, yeah.
Springs?
Yeah. Like Barton.
Dude, let's go to Hippie Hollow, Tawitas.
I don't want to be nude in front of people.
Do you have to be?
You don't have to be, but I don't know. There's pressure to be nude.
Todos encueradillos ahí.
Yeah. Just me going and like covered myself from head to toe.
Like, no, do like chingos of sunscreen where you look like so white from head to toe, and you just like lay down.
What, you guys? Yeah.
I wanted to, okay, really quickly. I know that last time we had talked about how like Luke's visit to the doctor, there was like the AI whatever software being used to like summarize that like fucked up the way that they were like charging him or like categorizing his meeting or his appointment. I'm watching The Pit right now, you guys. One thing about a medical drama is I'm plugged in. Mm-hmm. I'm a doctor. I'm in there with them. I'm intubating. I'm doing CPR compressions. I am there. But like a subplot of this show is how they're using AI to like summarize their patient's notes. So they're like dictating. Mm-hmm. They have like this little thing where they're like, patient showed up with blah, blah, blah. And then that's supposed to like, that generates their summary and then they submit it. And like, that's the file or whatever. It's interesting. I was like, oh, this is so timely. Like AI truly is everywhere. It's like, if it's not being marketed to you, it is a plot of something. It is very relevant in like any type of media that we're like watching or whatever. So there's this like plot point where like this doctor is like trying to like do the notes, and one, she keeps getting interrupted. So it's not even like her concentrating and doing it. And then this patient needs to have like some type of surgery. So when they send off the file, they like send it back and they're like, well, a lot of the things were wrong in that summary. And like, that's like a little key point of like, do we trust? And they keep saying like generative AI only has a 2%, what is it, like failure rate or whatever. Like they're just trying to like push it so much. And like generative AI is going to cut down so much time on like your note taking and all that stuff, your documenting. And then for it to be like, oh, it's wrong. The patient was about to get something wrong or was being refused something just because the notes weren't right. And then the doctor's like, well, I use your AI thing that you told me to use. And then it's like, you have to be careful and you have to proofread it and stuff. And it just this is not about The Pit, you guys. This is about how like, that's probably true. Like that's probably what hospitals are doing right now too. Like it's probably mirroring some sort of similar process, which is very parallel to like the clinic using AI to summarize notes and then therefore determine what you need out of it, how you should be charged or whatever, like what the information that goes in your patient's file. And like that, again, so scary.
Yeah, imagine when you get your boobs done, they give you awoogas instead of
instead of wowzas or what?
Yeah, you never know, dude.
I'm gonna show up to Victoria's Secret and be like, you guys carry size awooga?
You can try CERN.
CERN. That reminds me of like the Cisco company, which is two. One Cisco is a technology company, and the other Cisco is like the food manufacturing, like the one that takes food to schools and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, okay, why has it got to be so medical?
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney, just stop.
So in the pit, there's tension between the old school doctors, I guess, who are like, this is unnecessary.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like somebody new's coming into the setting or the scene.
I'm the brand new hotshot who wants to change everything.
Yeah, and they're bringing in this like, oh, generative AI, we're just gonna be more efficient. And then the other doctor that's like the one that's been established there, it's like, okay, but when we're more efficient, the time we're saving is the time they're just gonna stuff us up with more things to do.
Right.
And like I think that's also like a key thing of working, where it's like you want to be more efficient, but then the people who are more efficient are the ones that get put more on them. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what's the point of this? You just want people to do more.
Also, I feel like more efficient doesn't necessarily mean quality work, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And like some people are like, it doesn't have to be perfect. We just need to have something. And it's like, okay. I mean, I get it, but
was one of the plot points too that all the money they invested into it could have been used for something else?
I don't know. Well, not as far as I know yet, but like
that sounds expensive.
Just the fact that it was like the buzzwords that they're using, generative AI, and
it was like triggering.
It is correct. Yeah, it's correct. Like 98% of the time, and it's gonna save a lot of time here, and it's gonna help you so much. And then like the fallacies that exist within it, just so much. Well, I was like, holy shit, that's like literally like what Luke went through. Like having something summarized as like something else, and then therefore it wasn't a fucking annual wellness exam.
Yeah. Well, so that movie I was telling you about, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, is about AI. But I feel like sometimes more contemporary topics, when they do them in movies, it's like eye roll or whatever, kind of like The Pit. But this one, they do it in an interesting way, and I don't know if it's the same directors, but the style feels very similar to Everything Everywhere All at Once.
The director for Have Fun Don't Die is Gore Verbinski. The Everything Everywhere All at Once is the Daniels.
Okay. It feels very similar in that, like, what would you call that genre? It feels like very like sci-fi, surrealist. I don't know what you would.
I would call it that.
Yeah.
Everything Everywhere All at Once is such a good movie.
Yeah.
I fucking cried in that movie.
Yeah.
Like the mother-daughter dynamics, the family dynamics,
the immigrant story.
What a good movie. And when Kihei Kwan won the Oscar, I cried too.
I will say this Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die it's a very white movie in that way.
I think like there's always been some plot of like AI, machine learning, and how that comes to bite you back in the ass. One being the Terminator.
Yeah.
Right? And then most recently Megan.
Oh yeah.
La Monia that like kills or whatever.
Yeah.
Very, very
it's so protective it like kills anything.
Yeah. So like there's always like variations of it, but I think now with like fucking AI being literally everywhere, like I swear you guys, you open up to write an email and it's like,
we'll write it for you.
Write it for you. And I was like, you don't even know what I want to say, bitch. Like, no.
Yeah. It's so nuts. Really quickly, I wanted to talk about the show Like Water for Chocolate.
Okay.
That I saw. So it's based on a book. I don't know when it was written. But so it's set during the Mexican Revolution in the 1900s. And it follows this girl who she lives in a hacienda. Her family is rich. She falls in love with this boy named Pedro, who's also rich. And she's got this like older sister who's kind of like a metiche. She's like a tattletale, and she's very jealous of her younger sister. For some reason, her mom, which I haven't found out yet. Sorry, I feel like my allergies got really bad. Okay, so for some reason, the mom, I haven't found out yet, really, really dislikes her. And so this girl and Pedro, I forgot her name, are like in love or whatever. And some time passes, and for whatever reason, the relationship couldn't go forward. Like, I'm not going to spoil it because I want you to watch it. But anyway, they can't be together. And so the mom like prohibits the daughter from ever marrying. And she's like, you're going to take care of me until I die. She decided that like she was the chosen one.
Damn.
And so Pedro, he's like, well, I had no other choice. Now I'm going to have to marry your older sister so that I can be near you.
Isn't that what Hamilton did? Hamilton married a sister and not the one that he was in love with?
Yes.
Okay. Men. Trash.
It's
I
not
love
the
it.
same. But yeah.
So even the dad was like, what are these pendejadas? Like, what is this like mindset that you're like, oh, I'm going to marry the sister so I can be close to her because like she's never going to be able to get married. So I guess
that's what Travis Scott did. No, not Travis Scott. Travis Barker did. He married Khloe Kardashian.
Oh,
no,
shit.
Kourtney Kardashian to be close to Kim.
Oh, shit. So I guess that's like a theme. But anyway, so there this poor girl is while her like sister's getting married to the love of her life. And the whole premise of the movie is that this girl has this ability to imbue her emotions, her thoughts, her needs into the food that she cooks. So whenever her sister gets married, she's thinking about the fact that she's is not going to marry Pedro or whatever. So her tears go into like the icing of the cake that she's making. And so when everyone eats the cake, everyone starts crying. And then all of a sudden it starts to rain.
Wow.
It's magical realism, I guess.
How Coco, right? No, Encanto.
Yeah.
Don't they all have like, one of them was like, here's happiness with an arepa, right?
It's very witchy, I guess. And so anyway, he gets married to the sister. They're living at home, and each episode is like a new dish. So in one, which I'm like, fucking men, because there's one where she's like cooking in the kitchen. She's like, I guess I'm gonna be like I'm never gonna leave. I'm just gonna be a spinster. He has the nerve to give her white roses and was like, these are for you because you're beautiful. And she's like, dude, like you married my sister. And so she's like, whatever, fine. She comes up with this idea to like use the roses on a dish. And so she accidentally cuts herself and like she bleeds on the roses and they turn red. And at this time, there seems to be a lot of sexual tension between them. And so while she's making this meal, I think it's like quail with roses, her sexuality is like imbued into the food. And she serves the food.
Horny?
Yes. The sister's like sweating, like her other sister is because she has two sisters. The middle sister is like very sexual or whatever. She's like sweating as she goes outside to take a shower, and like the shower bursts on fire. The mom gets super horny, even though she's like a fucking señora who's like real bitter, and she starts like masturbating to old photos of her husband. And then like the older sister who's like, real amargada, like she's like, I'm not gonna eat this because she can sense that like.
Wow.
And then so her and Pedro are like left at the table and they're just like looking at each other, like seeing them like fucking into each other's eyes. I'm like, this concept is so crazy to me.
So what's this show on? HBO?
HBO. Salma Hayek. So I'm watching the first season, but the second season is coming out right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
It's very good. I can't tell if like it's very like novella, and I can't tell if it's just that's the style or if like the acting is a little goofy, but like it's interesting.
Is the book? Is it a Mexican book? Is it in Spanish?
It's in Spanish. Yes. Ooh. Yeah, the show's in Spanish.
I would want to read the book. You know what? I need a fucking membership to the Austin Public Library. I don't have one.
It's free. Yeah, I think it's free.
But do you need a physical card?
I think it helps. Yeah.
Can you check out books on a Kindle?
Yes, to all those questions.
From the Austin Public Library.
I know you could do audiobooks.
Audiobooks sound like cheating.
I mean, you're a busy lady. I mean, do you listen to podcasts?
Honestly, I used to, but I think not so much like at work, not so much lately, because I feel like it is kind of distracting.
You're like, now that I have a podcast, mine is the only one I listen to.
I just listen to myself.
So on the topic of like water for chocolate, I did want to talk about, so do you know a lot about the Mexican Revolution?
Is this a quiz? I feel like if I hear it, I'll be like, yes, I know that.
Okay, so there's I feel like I used to conflate it with the independence, which happened,
September.
yes, 18, I forget what.
Yeah.
So this happened in the 1900s. So one of the main reasons was because of extreme land inequality, where 1% of families in Mexico owned 85% of the land. 85%. Sounds familiar.
Shit.
So where you have the peones, the peons, working the land, and then also what I thought was interesting was that they get all their food and like soap, whatever, from the hacienda. So like the owners of the hacienda, they would bring in like soap, canned goods, whatever, and then they would pay the owners like they were like HEB.
Okay.
So you're just like completely reliant on these landowners.
Yeah.
So that started to crack too. And then that was during the 35-year presidency of Porfirio Diaz, I believe. So then there was this kind of pressure cooker. And so this story of like her cooking or whatever is like set in the background of the Mexican Revolution. So it provides an interesting insight into like income inequality, colorism, because at several points they're kind of like, eso es para los indios, like we're different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of delves into that. I do recommend it. It's really lighthearted and it can be serious, but I think it's a good show.
I think there's so much that I need to like actually immerse myself in, like as being Mexican American, to learn more. And there's a lot. There are names that we can talk about that I'm like, see, like I remember learning about this. Like we're talking about like Emilio Zapata and like a bunch of like people in Mexican history. But I think overall, like I need to flex those skills more to know more. I think I really want to value that type of history, or like ancestry history, just like where we come from, to pass down, because being like first generation, second generation US citizens, it's so easy to lose that shit.
Yeah.
One thing that I didn't know, well, I mean, I know, but like what I don't know is like etymologies, like actual like history, is that again related to the show that I went to go see with my cousins. It's just like you're in a Mexican environment, and I was like, I don't know how to dress. I was like, what do I wear? Like, one, because I'm like, oh, what's my outfit? But two, I was like, what kind of outfits like are people wearing here? And it got me thinking about like, I really want cowboy boots. And I told my cousins, I was like, I really want a pair. Like my cousin was showing me the boots that she got. And apparently one of our family members, extended family member, has like boot stores, like Mexican clothing stores that they bring in from Mexico, and they have stores. And there was some in San Antonio. And she's like, you didn't know, like our like freaking tío so-and-so. And I was like, no. And which was like wild to me. And then we're talking about like Western boots, cowboy boots. And I want, I was like, I really want a pair, but I feel like a poser if I get boots. And then like my cousin was like, vaquero? What do you mean? That's our fucking culture. Like she's like, we're Mexican, like that is appropriate. And I was like, oh, I guess I meant, I had started to associate it so much with like fucking redneck culture and like these country artists type shit, that I'm like, oh, I don't fit into it because I'm not into country music. I'm not like into that I guess really involved in that sort of like overall fashion and style. But boots are so beautiful, and I'm just like, I really want a pair. And they were like, what do you mean? It's our freaking culture. Of course. Yeah, get boots. Wear them whenever. And I know Ricardo has also said like he wants boots himself. So I'm like, we should do it. So I want to get boots.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with your cousin. Like I grew up with a dad who always wore boots. Like he's very into that like vaquero look. Like whenever we would go to weddings, he would wear cowboy boots, and then he would wear like, they're supposed to be like more like dressier kind of like
the black pants.
Yes. Yeah. And then he would wear like kind of that like norteño jacket. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then a hat. So like I never saw my dad in a suit. You know, he never just wore a button down. He always dressed up. So like I'm very used to that. And for like a lot as kids too, we had boots. Like we would wear cowboy boots. Like we were dressed like our dad, me and my brother. So I think it's like it's very normal in our culture. Like my sister has cowboy boots. I think my mom, I don't think she likes the way that looks. I think my dad would love to see her in them. But
I do want some. And part of me was like, no, I'm not vaquero. I'm not like, that's not my identity. But it's like, what the fuck? Why the fuck not?
it's your culture. And then also, to be honest, a lot of this stuff so if you think about the heeled boot, it was actually like invented by people in Iran because it was actually easier to get on a horse and ride on it and be able to like use an arrow. So this stuff comes from somewhere, you know, it doesn't belong to one person. So I don't ever want you to feel like I can't do that because Latinos wear boots.
Next time you see me, el pinche belt buckle.
Uh-huh.
And Ricardo has a belt buckle from his uncle.
Yeah.
And it's like a big belt buckle that like he can put onto any belt.
Yeah.
And me van a ver with my denim on denim, mis botas, mi hat, y aquí voy a andar.
Real Buchona.
Role playing Cowboy Carter. Real Buchona. Buchona vibes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's our word of the day. What is Buchona?
So when I think of Buchona, I do think it's almost like the Mexican mop wife.
Yes.
It's like the Mexican version of like the Jersey mop wife.
That's what AI overview says.
I'm pretty sure, like Buchona.
High maintenance wife of a drug trafficker.
Like she's always like, her makeup is tea. You know, she's got a beautiful lip. Her hair's always done. She probably has like a bang and bod. She's beautiful. Like she's like cabrona. You know what I mean? Like
that's one of our outfit ideas. We should dress like
Buchona.
Buchonas.
Okay.
Like our husbands are the heads of crime organizations.
They have money. I got money. Which, okay, we also don't want to, what's the word, proliferate that, because I know there's a lot going on in Mexico right now with the cartels. I think what we like about the Buchona aesthetic is like this agency of like, I'm powerful.
Yeah.
I can do anything. I'm beautiful. I'm sexy. The confidence. It's not necessarily like I
want to be a drug lord's wife.
Yeah, it's not like, ooh, I love that like my husband is killing like millions of innocent people. Like it's not that. It's just more like the confidence. The fact that sometimes these women do have these men around their fingers. They talk about like even things like, oh, like I got like a ramo de flores that was like robuchona. Like they talk about like you get gifted these things because they like are like, oh, you're so beautiful. Speaking
of like that whole like having them wrapped around their finger, I'm pretty sure that like one of the safest days is Mother's Day, because even these fucking like criminal, like high crime, like they're spending time with their wives and their moms. Mm-hmm. And so there's no time to commit crime on Mother's Day. And I think that's sweet.
They're like, but tomorrow we're going to get you.
No. The day before or the day after, but not during.
Yeah.
They got things to do.
Yeah. What would the male Buchona aesthetic look like for me? Or would I do more like okay, you know what I'm thinking?
I think it's like a button down, like a shiny button down, maybe with some gold in it, but it's like
with
open.
La Virgen on it.
Yeah, but it's open. Like you don't have it buttoned all the way. And it is like, it is, our pantalones and our boots, and then like the hat. But I think it's more on like the accessories. It'll be rings. It'll be a watch. Chains. And it is like the fucking shirt with la Guadalupana and the back. And then it's just open. Like your chest is out there. Yeah. I think that has, I picture that.
What do you envision? Like when you see a Buchona, like what do you think?
I picture some awoogas.
You're like bazoingas, actually.
Bazoingas.
Unas
like
chichonas.
A really tight, I think button down too. It is a cowgirl hat. It is like this puffy curly hair, red lips, like long ass nails. Beat, yeah. And I would say, I think bottoms is more like, I guess you could do a skirt, but I like the idea of like, I'm buchona, I got things to do, me voy a poner pantalones porque voy a andar corriendo afuera.
Like a flare jean like this. Yeah. A flare pant. She could also wear some Louboutins as well. She's on the go.
You think Louboutin makes boots, cowboy boots.
Are those the Louboutin boots?
Do they have red bottoms?
Maybe.
Los pinto yo, dude.
And I feel like she's not one of those señoras that has a Michael Kors bag. She's got like her Louis or Chanel. It's higher end. It's not the Michael Kors. Oh my God, a señora loves Michael Kors.
Yeah. Mind you guys, I have like 2 Michael Kors in my closet right now.
You're on your way to be a señora.
My mom has a couple too.
Does she love them? She's like, these are my Michael.
Yeah, like that and the Coach ones.
El señor Kors.
And then like when we see one, like she had told me that she wanted a purse. She's like, me gusta una bolsa y la quiero. Tiene un diseño, pero no sé. And I'm like, Mom, she's like, no lo encuentras en la computadora or whatever. And I was like, Mom, that's not how this works. Like, you have to tell me what I'm looking for. And then she's like, ay, había una foto. A ver cuando la encuentre te la enseño. Okay, whatever. I'm waiting for her because I'm like, okay, I want to see what this purse looks like. I want to find something. I want to find it, if not something similar, so I can gift it to her. Let me tell you how my mom was talking about a Louis Vuitton purse. I was like, no.
She's like, it's real humble.
She's like, una de estas me gusta. And I was like, Mom, not today. I was like, there's not even a Louis Vuitton store in Laredo. I don't think so. Like Louis Vuitton, we're not even on Louis Vuitton's radar. It's like they're like, do we have a market there? So no, I was like, Mom, I'm not going to find that here. She's like, no la puedes encontrar ahí en Ross. Cause sometimes they have the Michael Kors and stuff. And I was like, no, Mom. But I'm like, okay, you have expensive taste. I'm like, you know what you want. You know what you want.
I would love it if she was like, la hija de mi amiga le compró una.
Yeah.
She's like making you feel guilty.
Like, es que se la vi a quien so and so, and I'm just like, but she's like, no, vi una foto y me gustó, estaba bien bonita. And I was like, enséñamela, a ver, deja yo la encuentro. Me thinking it's a Coach purse, me thinking it's like a Michael Kors, and I'm like, oh, I could probably find something similar at the outlets. No, hombre, esta señora, she wants a Louis.
I think at the outlets there's a Louis Vuitton, no?
San Marcos outlets? Maybe.
You could also get one that's pre-owned on the Real.
That's what. So when I asked my group chat, I was like, "You guys, my mom wants a Louis. Like, where do you even get those?" And people were like, "There's some resellers. Like, you can get it there too." What if I rent it for her?
Well, you could do that too. So if you tell me a budget, I can look for one for you.
I don't even know where to start. And I think she was looking at a small bag. She's now into like smaller purses.
Okay, so she doesn't want anything
like
big.
A pinche maleta, like with everything in it. But now it's like, I think she's like something smaller, but that does look age appropriate. Because there are some purses that she's like, that looks too young for me.
Yeah, I can start looking, but it is probably going to be maybe $1,000.
Oh,
that's resale.
Then that's the present she gets for 1 year. That's Mother's Day, that's birthday, that's Christmas.
I'll try to find one where like it already has like the dust bag and the box. Because I feel like that feels more special.
I saw this clip on TikTok where it's this daughter. It's like the daughter filming her mom que está pintando, trapeando. And she's like, I need to start telling people how much money I'm spending on their gifts. Because she's got her Ugg slippers todas dirty and whatever. And people were like, my mom gave away the expensive bag I gave her to her friend. Like, it's just like, you don't tell them how much money you're spending and they don't know that these are like designer things or like really expensive things. Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of doing the opposite where I feel like I used to try to keep things pristine and now I'm like, I need to just be able to wear them without like worrying about things.
Isn't that like what the discourse around the Birkin bag? That the Birkin bag was built to like last you, like la traías, the Olsen twins la traían todas pintadas and todas tiroteadas and shit. Yeah. And now it's like you sign up for one and you're on a wait list and it's so exclusive and like you don't even use it.
Yeah, like I think you come off richer if you're like this bag, like whatever, I can get another one if I want to. I'm just kind of wearing it for right now. That's more like power
one
move.
Of the my mom, like her job was like cleaning houses. She's definitely like slowing down now that she's getting older, but she one time came home and I have it, you guys. It's a Michael Kors in my closet right now. who I don't even know whose house it was, like who she was working for, but the girl there, young, I'm gonna say young, I think it must have been somebody in their 20s, spilled toothpaste or had a toothpaste in her Michael Kors that it just like stained the inside, like it was all in the zipper, like threw it away. My mom took it out of the trash, cleaned it, like spent time cleaning it, and she's like, mira, la quieres? And I was like, of course, like, and that was probably my first Michael Kors little bag, and it's like the classic one, the little square rectangular one. So I have it because my mom was like, la tiró, pues ni la limpió, pues yo la limpié, and she told me she had like a little like with the toothbrush, she was like cleaning like the actual zipper, like the teeth or whatever, and then cleaned it out from the inside, whatever, and she was like, I don't know why she threw it away.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is I feel like we're really wasteful, like back in the day. Like, so when I talk about like not being too precious about things, it's like, yes, you take care of them, but I'm not going to worry like, ooh, like I can't step over here, I can't do that or whatever. Back then, like we used to take care of our clothes. Like you would take your shoes to get resoled, you would get them cleaned. Like I feel like most people would just go and take the back to get cleaned, or you would do it yourself. You know what I mean? Like it's not that it's something's wrong with it. It just needs to be cleaned, you know?
My mom definitely has had a couple shoes that had, like, she resoles it, but she's like, she just had them for years. So she's just like, oh, like, they're still good. I just, like, los llevo al zapatero. And then, and then he's the same one that, like, sews leather bags, too. So she's had some things like that. So my mom, like, really appreciates things like that. But there's also the element of her not even knowing what a Louis Vuitton is. But she's like, me gusta esa bolsa. And I'm like, Mom, that's thousands of dollars. But I will give her something and she will like take care of it.
Yeah.
I gave her Crocs. She's like, ay, me las pongo cuando voy a salir. I'm like, Mom, okay, these are in-house chanclas. You're fine. Like, you can wear them inside. And she's like, ay, me las pongo cuando voy a salir. And so she thinks about it like that too.
Yeah.
And like, I had gotten her these Nike, I think it was Nike, Adidas like slides. I was like, here, Mom, some chanclas. Let me tell you, I saw this woman. She had put like a pin, un alfiler, in it to keep it tacked because it had busted. And I was like, Mom, she's like, ¿todavía sirven? Like, she's also like that. She's so frugal like that.
Yeah.
And she's like, they're still good. No, mira. And then están un poquito despegadas. But that's okay. So then I was like, here, Mom, here's some new Crocs. And she's like, ay, qué bonitas.
Yeah.
And then like doesn't wear them. She's still wearing like the tore up slides. And I'm like,
that's
Mom,
cute.
move on. So there's like that duality of like, my mom like is frugal, like keeps things forever. And I do think that bleeds into me, that Ricardo says I do that a lot. And, but the other part is like her not knowing what brands exist, that she's like, está bonito.
Yeah.
There was one time, oh, this is such an endearing story. I would say, we saw the brand 7 for All Mankind, like the jeans. So you know, has a 7. I think they were jeans that we saw at the Pulga, and I was like, Mom, this is a good brand. I was like, oh, let me see if these jeans fit. And I don't even think I got them because they must have, I don't think they were my size. But I was like, es que, Mom, es una marca buena, and like if they have it here for like in the fucking pile that was like $2, I was like, hell yeah. But my mom remembered that, and then she gave me some shoes that she found at the Pulga. She's like, es que mira, dijiste que el 7 era caro. It's not a 7, you guys. It's just a little design that looks like a 7.
That's cute.
And my mom was like, esa es la marca cara que dijiste. And I was like, yeah. And I took them. I have them.
Yeah.
I have those tennis shoes. There were good tennis shoes. I don't even know what the brand is, you guys. But the fact that the design like look like it's because on one shoe it looks like a 7, on the other it obviously doesn't because it's reflected the other way. But she's like, mira el 7. And I was like,
that's cute.
I was like, yes, Mom, the 7.
That's really sweet.
And like that's, she still thinks about me and like that, and when she buys stuff, and so I feel bad. And this goes back to like one of the things we talked about at the very beginning of like feeling guilty of getting rid of stuff, is because my mom is like, mira, te lo pones, y luego te lo pones con esto, and te gusta, and I'm like, yeah, and then I just take it, and then I'm like, maybe I'll wear it once or twice, but it's not something that I would have gotten myself.
Yeah.
And then I just end up hoarding it for a long time because I feel guilty. my mom gave it to me. Even though she probably didn't go through a lot of effort to get it. She was like, "Oh, I saw this at the flea market. Or I saw this at the store, whatever. I think you like this." I still feel bad.
Yeah, no, I totally get that for sure. So speaking about Louis Vuitton, my mom bought her first like Louis Vuitton bag like a few years ago, and like she never buys luxury like that. Like the most she's ever spent on is like maybe like her dress for like my sister's wedding or something, something like that. They go on trips or whatever, but like she doesn't like buy expensive things like that. Like she loves going to like TJ Maxx. But I thought that was really special because like my mom grew up like going to the pulga. Like she would always wear like used clothing, and she always wanted to wear name brand clothing like Levi's and stuff like that. But they would go to where you would buy the clothes by the pound.
Oh yeah.
So now that she's an adult, she like refuses to wear, like when us as young people like thrifting began to start, she's like, why would you wear other people's clothes? Because she grew up like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like I felt really proud of her whenever she bought like her first bag with her own money, because like, I just thought of like that girl when when she was 16, and she was also really skinny. She was probably like you, like very skinny, so everything was oversized, nothing fit her. So I thought that was really special that she like was able to like heal that inner child. Like, have you seen those videos where they like will buy their like mom or their grandma a doll because they never had dolls when they were growing up?
Dude, I thought
and
about
they start
that.
crying.
I'm like, I think I feel like I just haven't found the right one. One, because I do think that like Barbies look so much different now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I think my mom would really like a Barbie.
Does she ever talk about like, yeah, I never had like toys?
I think, yeah. And she's like, I think there's probably like 6 of them in her family. And she was like one of the oldest ones.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you go without when you have that many siblings.
Her mom passed away when she was young too. So I think like a lot of that is you growing up like really fast for those things.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another thing that like really grinds my gears, is that when people tell me that I'm like emotionally intelligent, which I get what you're trying to say. I get where the compliment's coming from, but it's like people grow up really fast for reasons. And that's not like a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I do think that that's like a lot of like what our parents go through, that they don't have these like everyday luxuries that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And like getting themselves whatever they want, which is why when we go to like Laredo, like we have to ask my mom permission for like if we can get fast food, because she's very much like, hay comida en la casa, or no, yo a comer lo que hice ayer, yo ahí tengo frijoles, and then I'm like, oh mom, let's just eat a burger. So every now and then she's like, okay, but we would have to plan in advance and be like, okay, we're gonna tell mom for dinner we want to go eat somewhere else, because then she'll start making food like early, and I feel so bad if she's like, I hice sopa, and then I'm like, yo quiero chicken nuggets. It's like, that type of shit.
JD Vance just texted me. VP Vance has tried to reach you. Well, he can try again, bitch.
He's like,
I will respond with fuck off.
He's like, Ricky, when are you finally gonna say yes?
Do you remember when he said on camera and on a mic, it's okay to be white? Don't be afraid to be white. Ugh. Well, we hope you voted. And if you didn't vote, please make sure to vote during the midterms. It's very important.
Yes, you guys. I really hope you guys voted. Local elections are really important, you guys. Like, you may think that like shit that happens at the federal whatever level has nothing to do with you, but it starts with local elections and who you have representing you. So I hope that you guys exercise your right to vote. And if you didn't this time, just remember that our voice that this is your fault. Just remember that our voices matter, and why they want to suppress your vote is because they know that we can make a difference when we get together. So it's really important. Not everybody has the right to vote, and so I think that's a huge privilege in like deciding how this country treats us. And I say privilege because they're doing everything in their power to take that away from us. They're trying to make it harder. They're closing your the polling locations to make it harder for you to vote. They're doing everything to get in your way, but it is important. This government should be working for us. Like we employ these government officials. So it's important. And like I said, at the local level too. So just please go out and vote. Unless you're voting Republican, stay home. No, just please go out and vote. It's important. Go vote. Okay. Yeah. And with that, ahí las dejo, amigas. Nos vemos a la otra.
Because I'm proud to be an American.
Oh, next time I'm going to do the "You're one in a million."
That's another great costume idea for us.
What's? Yeah. I wouldn't be Texas though. Okay, wait there.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Bye.
Bye.